Hi everybody, Jim Crawford with Better Homes and Gardens. I'm here with Chef Hiram of the EG Restaurant Group.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about a bunch of different projects and things going on down here in Pottstown. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the show.
My pleasure, my pleasure. As of right now, we're sitting in the Forge Coffee House.
Forge Coffee House, yes,
which is a fantastic space for sure. So why don't you tell us a little bit about sort of what those businesses are in the group and how they came to be?
Well, it's obviously, it started off with JJ Radigan's, which is the flagship right there, right here on High Street. The first thing is that the restaurant itself, like when we started the restaurant, we started with a grouping of sandwiches. I don't know if you remember the beginning of JJ Radigan's. We had a whole bunch of ambition for the menu and stuff like that, but the bottom line is the brewery was done 3 months before the kitchen.
Sure.
So the guys wanted, they had beer in the tank, so we got to sell this beer. So obviously they opened.
Absolutely.
So the initial idea for them, initially, because I had come in a couple months before they opened to do the last phases, and everything was birthed through the food truck. So Montesano Brothers, that used to be here at the Forge Coffee Shop, they used to have a little soup shop and coffee shop here. They had a concession trailer that they let us borrow, and we put it right back at JJ Radigan's.
Yes.
And that's where we started the whole Pottstown journey, basically.
Sure.
And, there was a grouping of a couple favorite signatures. So basically one of those signatures was the pub burger.
Yes.
The pub burger became so popular. Now this pub burger I had used before in competition, never in a sale.
Sure.
Kind of view. So basically I learned the technique and everything like that for those burgers in competition, and I put it on the menu here, and it took off like wildfire. And over the course of a couple projects, basically Sizzle was birthed, basically off that burger from the trailer, and that's basically where we're at. So when we were thinking about brewery, we're thinking about brewery food, and thinking about, all right, well, this is an option. Well, we're going to need a fine dining option. That's where Stave was birthed.
Sure.
So basically on the every aspect that JJ Radigan couldn't give the community is what was birthed on those little side projects. And
totally.
From fine dining to burger to ice cream to coffee to all these little accoutrements. So basically all works together into one play.
Totally makes sense, right? So yeah, you've got the hub of the wheel, and now you've got your spokes coming off the wheel.
It's just basically the only living animal that I could compare it to is the octopus right now.
Yeah, sure.
It has the 8 legs that can multi-purposely use them simultaneously.
Yeah.
The same thing.
And so I think folks probably know JJ Radigan's the best. You mentioned Sizzle, burger place.
Yep.
I had the Frontier Burger, fantastic product. And that's over in the terminal, right on High Street.
Yeah, it's our little, it's Pottstown's little version of the Reading Terminal in Philadelphia. So
yes,
we got a little grouping of like King Seafood, Las Desserts, Ay Caramba Tacos. You got little boutique places. You got Kiki Vodka Bar. So everything's like under one roof. So that's obviously a terminal type environment. So what better place to put a nice, Wagyu burger. So basically those burgers stand alone.
They are fantastic, and I know you've done a few special burgers over time, seasonal kind of stuff.
Yep.
And every time I see one online, I want to drive over and get it immediately.
Yeah, so that's where Juicy Lucy was born. That's like all the specials. People are like, that has to stay. So it gets born into the. They even talked me into them putting a Beyond Burger on the menu. So I even have a Beyond Burger on there.
To each their own.
It's not it's not the Wagyu. It's the grass that the cows eat.
Sure.
So basically, that's how it comes to Wagyu.
Pure technicality.
It's a burger made out of the grass that they eat. So
absolutely.
So the cows. We're eating the cow's food now.
Yes.
Burger, so basically, that's what.
You know what though? Done right, I'm sure it tastes delicious.
Oh no, it's what you put on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then. Stave and Stable being one of the other spots. Tell us a little bit about that particular restaurant.
Stave and Stable, it was my first project in Pottstown, besides JJ Radigan's. JJ Radigan's was a group project. A bunch of people worked on that. There's Randy Young. You had Randy Young, Rob, his dad Rob, Steve Everett. Like the 4 of those guys was key components of putting that place together. When I came in, those guys were there every day. It's like nonstop. You wouldn't even tell that these guys were like the owners. They were like in the grit. So it was kind of like an honor to jump in with these guys and get this thing done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now we're all owning this, and that's basically how it feels. And JJ's, the staff, all feels that way, like they get to own it. So Stave and Stable was my. So the project of JJ Raddick, the brewery, the first project I was initially supposed to start in Pottstown was the King Street project.
Okay.
And then get the brewery started and go into Stave and Stable.
Gotcha.
That was the initial thing, but just JJ's just grew onto me. I just stayed right there.
Sure.
And became the flagship, and then for a place to stay, I lived right above the old India cuisine where Stave and Stable is now.
Got it.
So I revamped the whole upstairs, and that's where I was staying. And then during the pandemic hit, we couldn't expand into anywhere else. So I got a whole bunch of lumber from all over the place, repurposed everything, windows, things like that, and locked myself into Stave and Stable and built it during quarantine.
Oh, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It looks great. You did a nice job there.
Yeah, there was a couple people came in and did some swing hitting, and it just came out to be just a beautiful project from the courtyard to the front, and it's a unique dining experience. It's quite a thing.
It's an amazing space. You did a great job transforming it. The courtyard in the back, really cool. It's definitely something folks need to check out, for sure.
No, definitely for sure.
And then maybe, how about, do we want to talk a little bit about
Rivet?
Rivet?
Yeah, Rivet is that was a plus. So Rivet was not in the works. So the New York Plaza store was in the works for a venue, for a banquet facility, but got creative and brought in Harry Dean. He's the original member of the Gang.
Yeah.
Really great guy, good friend. He's been in the food and beverage business part end of it, in the entertainment side. So it's ranging from DJ, from bands to everything. So we created this venue. He created this venue. So basically, he came in with his guys, his crew. They threw together like one of the most beautiful facilities that I've ever seen, and now it acts as a weekend venue for live entertainment and a canteen, basically, where you can come in, watch some music, live music, and have a beer, local spirits, and just relax. So it gives you that after dinner place to go to and really sit down and enjoy and maximize your night.
Yeah, it's really fantastic, because that's something that was lacking in the Pottstown scene, was a good live music venue, for sure. Yeah. That's going to be really cool.
No, that definitely. It's already kicking out some pretty good tunes on the weekends, so it's already open, so people can just come in, and it's free entry. We don't charge a cover or anything like that.
Sure.
So it's basically free entry. We have some entertainment. Some entertainment with the higher tickets and the higher cost is going to be special events.
Sure.
But obviously with everything else, depends on what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And then how about anything on the horizon that you might want to hint at?
Yeah, well, in addition to Sizzle, right at the terminal, we're adding something called the Carnival Sizzle.
Okay.
So basically it's a kid-themed restaurant. So basically you'll be the younger family, the younger generations that can't find a sitter.
Sure.
Can't find anybody to watch the kiddies and stuff like that. Or if the family wants to find something to do with the kids, it's basically a carnival-themed little restaurant where it's going to have all your fun foods, like you have your cotton candy, your pretzels, your just everything fun that you ever saw in a carnival when you were a kid is going to be available there. So the parents can go to Sizzle, grab a burger, go to Kiki, grab a drink, and be able to relax right there in the terminal.
Great idea.
Multiple options.
Yeah.
And entertainment value for the kids also as well, to be able to sit there and enjoy themselves.
I know as soon as my son sees this video, he's going to want to go. So I got to tell him, relax, it's not ready yet.
It's going to be
coming soon.
Coming soon. I'm hoping for the beginning, like right now in the beginning of August, we should have it already ready to roll and cranked up.
Excellent, excellent. Can you think of something that folks might not know about any of your places that would surprise them?
Well, I don't know if they knew this, but if you go to JJ Raddigan's to have a beer, you can go upstairs and throw axes. So we have the slitting edge axe throwing right upstairs, which is a hidden sleeper. That's one of the biggest entertainment. Like, I mean, it's just awesome to be able to go upstairs, throw a couple axes, come downstairs, grab dinner, and then afterwards go downstairs with the kids, play video games in the lower level because we have a gaming room in the basement.
Yes.
And then go after that, put the kids to bed, and then come back to Rivet and listen to music all night.
Yeah.
So you just made a night out of a whole
You
night.
certainly did.
I mean?
And it's
yeah.
interesting. I was actually in JJ's about a week ago, and I was in the basement for the first time. You got a great shuffleboard table down there too.
22-foot Americana.
Yeah, that's one of those games that I grew up playing in Philly. The bars that had those were our favorite places to go.
Oh, absolutely.
To play some shuffleboard.
Steve found that in a basement in New Jersey. A gentleman had refinished his basement, and he passed away. But his kid had contacted Steve about the board, but it was set up 22-foot 1964 Americana original. And it was set up in the basement, so that these guys
awesome.
grabbed a tractor trailer, went down to Jersey.
Yeah.
And they said, if you move it, it's yours.
Perfect.
Price. He moved it. So
that's fantastic.
No, it's a great addition to the basement. Along with that, you have the claw games, a couple of foosball,
Sure.
and then retro arcade games. It keeps the kids busy for a while.
Absolutely. Any events or promotions coming up that you want folks to know?
Yeah, absolutely. The first Saturday of every month we do the Pottstown car night. So basically, it's the car show night. So this week coming up, we have a really cool lineup of bands. We have Big Green Limousine coming in, which is an old 80s, 90s national act, and then we have Sponge also coming also as well. So these two bands, you've heard them when you were a kid in the radio. You've heard them on the radio. Now they're going to be right here out back with the retro cars going out front. The Sizzle food truck's going to be out back. You're going to be able to bring a lawn chair, listen to music all afternoon, check out some cool rides, grab some milkshakes, whatever you want to do, coffee.
That's
so
great.
Basically, that's going to be downtown. That's this Saturday.
Okay.
Coming up. So this Saturday is going to be a good one downtown. So I think it's this Saturday, the first Saturday, right, of the month. It might be next.
I might be the next one. That's okay.
It's okay, but
we'll put the links
first
in.
Saturday of the month.
Yes.
But if you come this Saturday, there's still going to be stuff going on.
No doubt. No doubt. Come both Saturdays.
Come both Saturdays.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, so you have to come 2 Saturdays.
We'll make sure that we have some links in there so folks can actually go and look at the calendar.
No, absolutely. And either way, Rivet is going to have live entertainment. We have live entertainment this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Fantastic.
So basically, they'll be able to come out regardless, but the car show will be like the premiere.
Yeah.
Place, so that's going to go.
I was at one maybe last month, I guess, and a lot of folks came down for that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was a good time.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, this last one was kind of slow because vacation time, obviously, and post-COVID. Post-COVID, our first one, we had over 1,000 cars. They were lined up all the way from Evans all the way down to Manatoni, and then even on Charlotte from King all the way down to South, to Queen, I think it was.
Sure.
South or whatever, the small street, but there were 1,000 cars or so. Then the numbers fell back last time, which was expected going into like the 4th of July weekend and all that other stuff going on.
Sure.
But this month we were expecting like the families to be home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some real fun downtown. So
very cool.
Yeah, the whole downtown is locked. It's closed down. You can walk down.
Yes.
All the restaurants are serving food curbside. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Cool sight to see.
Look forward to seeing you there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm Jim Crawford with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate with Chef Hiram. Check out all the spots, Sizzle, Stave and Stable, Rivet, the Forge Coffee House, and more to come for sure, not to exclude JJ Radigan's as well. Thanks so much, and talk to you again soon.
All right, thank you.